Hello, everyone. Welcome back to, I guess, the last episode um, for this 24 hour of hour of understanding three referencing systems to create a desired life. So earlier in the previous section, we have recovered, sorry, we have covered uh, uh, the philosophy, right? The philosophy aspects to explain or to discuss or to find the root of our reality. And the answer is the root concept, right? So we were talking about developing the helpful root concepts so that we will can refill um, in our mind with the light concept, with the helpful, beneficial root concept, so that we can have a good information which will give us a good reality or the good result that we want. So allow me to share my screen. So now we will apply this triangle of reality to develop some helpful concepts, very urgent, important, root concepts. So when do you remember about the seven torch, or the seven lights in our home of my health, relationship, and security, financial security? Do you remember that? Yeah, this one. Have seven holistic wells. Okay, so uh to fill our house or home of mind, health, relationship, and financial condition, we uh, we light these seven lights: wisdom, state of mind, noble personality, water, physical wealth, material wealth, and capability. Capability. Let's start words. So, capacity. Sorry. Capacity. Good. So in the early of this journey, we were talking about um, the the cause, the root, right? We we go to find what is the root cause of our reality. And we have, right? We have let's put it in the so in each referencing systems we have each answer. Okay. According to science, mental images is the root cause of our reality. And according to religions or faith, evil, blessing, and merit is the root cause of our reality. And according to philosophy of life, the root cause of our reality is root concepts. Okay, root concepts. So, then we add 7 holistic wealth to the root cause, to the good cause, to the good causes. Let's see, what we want to do to build, to create a good causes for ourselves. So let's summarize a little bit. Okay. Need to know all we have been doing just to find about the causes or the root causes, right? And we want to build a good causes or a seed or whatever words you want to use, as long as you understand there is the cause, so there is an effect. There's the cause with our and together with the good condition or some conditions, it's will give out the result or the outcome that we have today, or we use the word reality of our reality. So we have three. First, we have three process in information. Okay, we have roots. Okay, root concepts. Root concepts, right? And in the energy angles, we have, if it's just the cars, so we have, if it's good cars, we just remove evil mask and the left are blessing. Blessing. And merits, right? And according to science, is it mental images. Mental images. So these three elements build the good course. If it's a good course, so it could be the helpful. Helpful or beneficial or good root concepts. And lessons, merit, and beautiful, huh? Beautiful. Okay, beautiful or good images will create a good courses for us. But it's not stop there. We have 7 torches to fill in inside our house, our home of mind, health, relationship, and finance. So we have wisdom, right? We have wisdom and state of mind, and noble personality. And then further, and uh, capacity, right? Capacity, which is wow. Wow. And physical, right. So we have discovered, or um, we have talked about root concepts, blessing and merits, and mental images. So the next light, we need to light for our house. This is wisdom. Okay, so this is the urgent and the most urgent important light or torch torch. We need to turn it on for our house, because if we have wisdom, it will light our path and lead we to the land that we want to arrive. So Now we will light on the first light, which is wisdom. Okay. And we also use the triangle of realities to um, materialize wisdom, because wisdom is a non-physical concept, right? It's a non-physical concept or non-material concept. So we need to materialize it so that we can know, we believe, and we understand it so that it will become our reality. Okay. So time to light the torch of wisdom. So we have this moment is very important. So I will draw the lamp or candles or torch or any images that you have in your mind represents for the light. Yeah. So this is our first light in our seven holistic world home wisdom. Wisdom. We have information of wisdom. We have physical appearance of wisdom. And we have energy of wisdom. First, we will go to, I will get to know what is the information of wisdom. Information, okay? So allow me to read the definition of wisdom. Wisdom. Wisdom is simply understood as a concept regarding inner awareness. Again, wisdom is simply understood as a concept regarding inner awareness. Inner awareness. Okay. I think we should say state of inner awareness. Okay. Wisdom is simply understood as a concept regarding state of inner awareness. See you pink. State of inner awareness. Inner awareness. How many levels of, how many states of inner awareness are equivalent to how many wisdom? How many levels of wisdom? Okay. How many states of inner awareness are equivalent to how many levels of wisdom? So there are 5 states of inner awareness. 5. There are 5 states of inner awareness. It means that there are 5 levels of wisdom. And the first state of inner awareness is the first state of inner awareness is the inner awareness state that inner awareness state about human, about events, objects, phenomena, situations. Okay. Right or wrong, good or bad. true, true or false, should or should not. Okay. Again, how many states of inner awareness are equivalent to how many levels of wisdom? So the first state of inner awareness, or the state of inner awareness number one, is the state of inner awareness about human or people, about people, objects, events, phenomenon, situation. Is good or bad, right or wrong, true or false, should or should not. Okay. Okay. Again, the first state of inner awareness is the inner awareness state about, is your awareness about human, about people, objects, events, phenomenon, situations, whether it's good or bad, right or wrong, true or false, should or should not. For example, you stay here, you want to learn something because you think it's good for you. So in that case, you are using your first state of inner awareness, because you distinguish what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, what we should do, what you should not do. Okay, what is true, what is false. That is the first state of inner awareness, that we can distinguish these things. Or you think that learning these concepts are good for us, for our life, for example. So that you are using your first state of inner awareness, or uh, state of inner awareness number one. Okay. So that is the first state of inner awareness. And if we use this state of inner awareness at work, our work will be very smoothly go very well. Will go very well because we know what is good, what is right, what is helpful, what we should do at work to make our job, to make our performance, to make our productivities goes higher. Okay, so that is the first state of inner awareness. But if we use this state of this first state of inner awareness in relationship it will be a different stories. Let's say, just imagine in a relationship and you always want to be the winner. You always think that you are right and the other person, your partner, is wrong. What you do, what you do is true. Uh, or what you say is true, and other people might be a liar. And with these with this state of inner awareness will definitely cause the problem. Uh, def, Definitely cause the problem in a relationship, because in the relationship is cannot be right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not. It's not always like that. But we need a different state of inner awareness. So there is a story um I wanna tell. This could be a good example uh for a relationship when we applied the first state of inner awareness. So there is a couple newlyweds, and they have a honeymoon in a forest, very beautiful forest. And um, in the afternoons, about just when the night falls down, in between day and night, the weather is quite good, and they want to walk around, walk in some paths in the forest, and to enjoy the air, the fresh air, and smell the uh, greenery there. And when they just walked in the forest, and there's a bush, there's a bush, and inside that, from that bush, that couples hear the sound, tap tap, tap tap, tap tap, and the husband say, "How can in this forest there is a duck?" The woman so surprised and said, "No, honey, it's not a duck. It's a chicken." The husband still thinks it's a duck, and he said, "No, it cannot be a chicken. It's a duck. The sound cap 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 cap. I'm so sure it's a duck." And the wife this time gets angry. She gets angry and she yelled at him. "I told you it's a chicken. It's a chicken. It's not a duck." And then they both argued, had a first argument in their marriage life. And then when the husband saw his wife was so angry and all, yeah, like explodes the emotion. So he just calmed down and said, "Okay, okay, honey, it's a chicken. It's a chicken. I'm sorry, it's a chicken." And at this time, the wife also calmed down and said, "Remember, you say it's a chicken, so it's a chicken, okay?" And then everything just results, and then they continue to walk on the path in the forest. You see that in a relationship, we cannot use what is right, what is wrong, true or false, good or bad. We cannot use this state of inner awareness for to apply to the relationship. What we need is happiness. Happiness, not right, not we always right, not Mr. Right, Mr. and Mrs. Right, right? Um, so that is the first state of inner awareness. Oh, I hope that you get the point to apply this inner awareness in the right place, right time to create a good result. Okay. So the second state of inner awareness we have okay. Hmm. Okay. The second state of inner awareness is uh, the state, the state that you are aware of your life origins is from yourself. Okay. The second state of inner awareness is the state that you are aware that the origin, your life origin or your realities is from yourself. It's from yourself, not from other. Okay. Right. So it's also right with the formula. Do you remember the first referencing system from science? We have formula of life origins. It also said that the our life origin is from ourselves, from our mental images. It's not from other. So when we have that state of when we have that awareness, we are aware that our life, our reality, um, life origins is from ourselves and not from other. We take the full responsibilities for our result, for the outcomes that we get. So there is another story I also wanna tell here to illustrate this point. There are two families living in the same condominium, uh, the same building, and the one is very happy. The other one is always argued and it's not happy. It's not a happy family. So one day, the husband of two families, the husband of the two families, um, at the same time, they they go out to empty the trash bin, go out to throw the trash, and they meet each other. And the husband in the unhappy family asked the other one, um, "Hi, can I ask you something?" And the other husband said, "Yes, please." And the unhappy husband said that, "I really admired your family. Uh, do you have any tips, or can you tell me why your family is so happy? Because my family is unhappy, and we always argued, and uh, we could not stop that." And the happy husband said, "Are you sure you want to hear my opinion?" And the other husband said, "Yes, please." And he said, "Hmm, okay, let me tell you the stories that I saw from your family when it just walk past past your and just over. I'm not trying to interrupt, but because your family's argument, is so loud, so I hear the story. And it was like this. And that day, I heard the sound that in your kitchens, there is a crack sound, very big. I know that something just dropped and broken. And I heard the scream of your wife in the kitchen. And then you were in the living room at that time. Then you came to the kitchen and you yelled at your wife that it was the class in front of you. I put it there, but why you were so careless and dropped the class like that? And you were so right, because the class is very, it's an object, and we can see it. Just be careful enough that we can protect it, so it won't cause that the glass broken like that. And then your wife replied back, "Usually the glass is not here, okay? It's uh, in the cabinet. So why you put it here?" And because I didn't pay attention, so it, it's dropped already. And now you blame it to me, on me. And your wife is so right also, because usually the class is in the cabinets, and in her mind the class should be in cabinets. So she didn't pay attention to, or pay too much attention in the bar of the kitchen. So that's why she just mistakenly dropped the class. So that's because of that event, and both of you have very big arguments. And then your son from his bedroom just came out and stepped on the pieces of the broken glass, and then his toes bleeding. And he also joined the argument and said, the glass is broken, and both of you collect it and throw it away. And now I have, and now I step on it, and it's bleeding already. So and the argument just happened like that. And in my family, the same event also happens, but we react in a different way, because we all think that we are a bad person. we are pet people. We are pet people because we think in that way. So we behave in a different way. And that also the same event that day, I heard the sound, something broken in the kitchen. So I just remember I put the glass on the bar and in the it's near the edge, so it's easily to if somebody don't pay attention too much and it could drop the glass. So I feel so sorry about that, and then I went to the kitchen immediately, and I saw that okay, my wife just make the glass just drop the glass, and I know it's my fault. So I apologize for that with my wife, and I said, I'm so sorry, honey, I'm so sorry. I should put the glass in the cabinet. I'm so sorry. And my wife, she responds uh, right away. She said, no, it's my fault. It's my fault. Because I'm so careless. I should see it, but I should not, but I didn't see it. So it's my fault. Um, and then my wife and I just collect and clean that broken glass, and that's it. No argument. When my children came out from their bedroom, there is no broken glass, or there is no pieces of the broken glass, so that they won't be hurt. The same events, but we react in different way, and we always think that it's from us, not from others. So if we think that everything is from us, there's no argument. And we always think for each other. We always put other first, our partner first. So that is the way that we have a happy family like this. So that is the story. That is the story between uh, two families, a happy and an unhappy family. So it's it would just illustrate our the poet illustrate the second state of inner awareness that we have an awareness that everything's our realities. The result that we get is from ourselves, not from other people. By understanding it in that way, we could create a harmonious relationship, a very good relationship. So that is the second state of inner awareness. Okay. Let's move to the third state of inner awareness. That is state that is state the third state of inner awareness is a state of the true nature of mind. We do you remember the inner peace formula? Here, the state of the true nature. The true nature. So when we have the awareness of the true nature of mind is so at that moment we have the third state of inner awareness, or the inner awareness state number 3. That is the state of the true nature. So in the true nature, in this true natures, we know the message, and then we just accept the message. Is generate the state of the true nature, state of the true nature of mind. Okay. Okay. And the fourth state of inner awareness. Okay. And the fourth state of inner awareness is a state natural, is a state of naturally know of the mind. It is a state of naturally know of the mind. Okay. Again, the fourth state of inner awareness is a state of the true nature of the mind, of our mind. And have you ever experienced that you naturally know something? Sorry, the fourth state of inner awareness is a state that you know something, you naturally know something. And of the mind. So have you ever experienced the moment that you naturally know something? And it could be something that you never heard in anywhere, and nobody have taught you before. You just know it naturally. Have you ever experienced that moment? So if you experience that moment, it is the fourth state of inner awareness. The fourth state of inner awareness. That the state of naturally know of the mind. Naturally know of the mind. And there are two kind of wisdom uh, we get from this state of inner awareness number 4. So there are two types of knowledge or wisdom. First one, that's master taught. The second, that's non-master taught. Okay, non-master taught. So the master taught wisdom or master taught knowledge, it's the knowledge or the wisdom you have when you learn from someone or you learn from somewhere. You learned in somewhere. You learn from someone since you are aware of this word and you went to school, to college, universities, and you learn from this life, and or some from teachers, from friends, families, and company. So you learn from that. We call those knowledge or wisdom is master taught. Okay, master taught. It means that there is someone teach you so that you know. And there is another wisdom, which is non-master taught. Non-master taught. It means nobody teach you. Nobody teach you. Nobody teach you, but you naturally know it. You naturally know it. Okay. So in this non-master touch, we have two kinds of like it's like two it's from two origins. One is from our karma. To be exactly, is total karma. And the other is from economic civilization. Civilization. Space. Space. Or somebody calls it from universal library. Space, space. So if you know something naturally, but you never learn it in this life, in this life, it could be from your total karma. from your karma that you accumulate in many lives before this life, or it could be from the civilization space, or somebody calls it universal library, or they in tarot I heard there is another word they call it this library. Okay. For example, we can take some one example so that you can understand these points. There is a woman. This is the real story of her, and she shared that one day her family had the family reunion, and then a lot of her family members and relatives come to house to celebrate, I think, a holiday. And then her husband, their family has a machine to cut ice or cut good. I don't remember exactly. But at that time, her husband wanted to cut something, and he used that machine. But unfortunately, he cut in his leg. Uh, he's messed. He just by accident he cut in his leg, and I'm not sure if he cut his leg like in like cut off his leg or just a part of his leg. I don't remember. And the wife, the woman who shared that story, she said, at that time I saw the bloods everywhere, and everybody was so panicked. Everybody just panicked to see that scenes, and but at that time, she didn't know why. She knew that what she needed to do, and she did the first aid for him, for her husband, and asked somebody just to call the ambulance, to call the ambulance car, to send him to the hospital. And after everything, when everything have been sold like very like, smoothly, and when she's done with everything, she just realized she have questions. How can she can do that? She was so calm at that time and can manage everything, and uh, and after that, her husband also was in the surgery uh, right away, and everything's. She didn't know why she knew about these things. She never did that first aid to anyone. She never learned it in anywhere, and she didn't know why she knew it. So that could be a non-master taught wisdom or non-master taught knowledge, which she had accumulated or collected from previous lives, from the previous lives. In many lives, maybe she could be a, a doctor, right? Or someone um, who did the first aid to injured people. So that is one example for us to know about the non-master touch knowledge or wisdom. And, and you know that our language, means my language, Vietnamese language, it's not invented or created by a Vietnamese. Interestingly, that is from a French. And during the time that French colonized Vietnam in during 19th, okay, 19th, and there was a French man, and he when he I heard that he just he meditated, and then he entered a space, and then he can uh, download a language, and he knew it. That is the language of Vietnamese. And he asked the French king to uh, come to Vietnam to teach Vietnamese, the language we are using now. We Vietnamese people are using now is from French, and that is one kind of one way that people enter a space they call it civilization space, and they download some information, some knowledge that is good for a group of people, for a community, or for the whole society. That is the wisdom or the knowledge we cannot we cannot know by ourselves. It's from the space. It's from somewhere that nobody can teach us. Nobody can know it. Nobody know it. Um, so we call this civilization space, and universe, or someone's call it a universal library. Um, if you know Nikola Tesla is an inventor who have so many who has so many inventions in his life, and he used to. I read an articles that in the article they mentioned that he share his experience, that he also, I don't know, at that time his vibrational frequency in a certain level, and then it helps him to enter, and he call it a university, sorry, a universal library. And in that library, that is the library of the whole universe. So it knows everything. That is the wisdom of all kinds. So that whenever he reach into that space or that library, and he downloads some things, and that's why he have so many inventions uh, to contribute to the society. So these are two kinds of the non-master touch knowledge, or the non-master touch wisdom. I hope that you get the idea about this wisdom, or this the fourth state of inner awareness. Okay, so next, last one, the fifth or the last state of inner awareness. I need to check which is the correct word to use for. Okay. Yeah, I guess we can okay. So the fifth state of inner awareness, or the last state of inner awareness, is the state infinity. State of infinity. There is no boundary. The state of unlimitation, and the state of omnipotence. Potence. Okay, omnipotence, omniscience, omnipresence. Okay, again, the fifth state of inner awareness is the state of infinity, omnipotence, omniscience, omnipresence. Okay, so that is the fifth state of inner awareness. And we won't explain or share or talk too much or discuss too much about this state of inner awareness, because it's from out of our area. Okay, it's belong to universe views. It doesn't belong to the life views, human life views. And we know about the from state of inner awareness number 1, 2, 3, 4 is enough for living a normal life. Our human life is enough. So we don't talk too much about this fifth state of inner awareness. And uh, a person who's called as the who has wisdom wealth is a person who has the state of inner awareness that help him stand above any arising problem. Stand above any arising problem. Okay, so that is a wisdom person. A wisdom person. Or wisdom people are those who have state of inner awareness that help him to stand above the rising problem or rising issues. So we call them the wisdom person people. or the wise people. Okay. Okay. So if we can't, if we know when to, when we should use the first state of inner awareness, when we should use the second state of inner awareness, when we should use the third state of inner awareness, and the fourth state of inner awareness, we we cannot actively use it as the other three, uh, because it's naturally known, and it just comes when we are in the suitable vibration frequency. When we naturally know, it could be from our karma or when we enter the civilization space. So if we know when to use these four state of um, inner awareness, we can stand above all the arising problems in our life. So at that, if we can do that, we are the wise people. The wise people. So that is the definition of the wise people. When anything comes to their life, they know how to, which state of inner awareness to respond to that arising problem, stand above those arising problem. So those we call wise people. Okay. So now, so those are the state of inner awareness. Now we will move to the definitions of the wise people. Uh, if they use each inner, if they use each state of inner awareness. Okay. So those who has wisdom level 1, those who has wisdom level 1 is the person who has in who has the state of inner awareness that differentiates or distinguish between right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not, about people, objects, events, phenomenon, and situation. So it's similar to the first state of inner awareness. So the people who has wisdom level 1 are those who have inner awareness states that can distinguish or differentiate right or wrong, good or bad, true or false, should or should not do about people, objects, events, and phenomenon and situation. So that we call the person who has wisdom level 1. Then those who have the wisdom level 2 are those who have the state of inner awareness, that those who are aware that their life origin is from themselves, are those who comprehend and are aware of every object and events those who are comprehend and understand and aware that all things and events come to their lives from themselves, from their mental seat, from the seat inside their mind. It's not from itself, but it's from themselves. Okay. And the people who have the wisdom level 2 are those who don't seek the change from the outer world, but are clearly aware of the needed to have a change from their mind. Are those who have a motto that seeking the change from other people is the beginning of their suffering. Change in themselves is the beginning of their happiness. Okay, again. Okay. Thank you, Nana. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes we experience the stage that we naturally know something, even we never heard uh, about it before. Nobody teach us, but we naturally know it. Thank you, Nana. Oh, you have a very good experience to explain to us. Maybe I will ask you later when I meet you. Thank you. So the persons, okay, or people who have the wisdom level 2 are those who have the state of inner awareness that their life origin is from themselves, are those who understand and are aware that all the things and events come to their lives are from themselves, from the seeds in their minds, not from itself, not from those things or events, but it's from themselves. So when we learned about the formula of life origins, when we learned about the formula of life origins, we know that clearly, right? We know that everything that we see, we have, the result that we get is from our mental images. So it's from our mind, the seed of our mind, in our mind. And the people who have the wisdom level 2 are those who don't seek the change from the outer world, because they know clearly it's from themselves. So they don't seek the change from the outer world, but they are aware clearly that they need to have the change from their mind, in their mind. Are those who have the motto that seeking the change from other people is the beginning of their suffering, but changing themselves is the beginning of their happiness. So that is the definition of the people who have wisdom level 2. So in this point, do you have, if anyone have any concerns or doubts or want me to clarify it, just let me know. Okay. So we move to the wisdom level 3. So the people who have the wisdom level 3 are those who have the state of inner awareness that all objects, events, situations, people have the empty nature. Do you remember the empty natures that we have discussed when we talk about the formula of life origin? So because everything has the empty nature, so it can be anything. It can be anything because everything has the empty nature. So the people who have the wisdom level 3 are those who have the state of inner awareness that all objects, events, situations, people have the empty nature. Okay, are those who always perceive that people, objects, events, phenomena, situations are not problem, are not problems. Are those who always perceive that people, objects, events, phenomena, situations are not problems. Are those who always state in the present moment. Are those who always live with the truth within them. Are those who always live with the truth within them. Are those who always know what they are hearing, what they are seeing, always know that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are speaking, and they are knowing. Are those who have the inner peace. Okay, again. The people who have the wisdom level 3 are those who have the state of inner awareness that all objects, events, situations, people have the empty nature. Are those who always perceive that people, objects, events, phenomenon, situation aren't problems. Are those who always stay in the present moment. Are those who always know that they are hearing, they are seeing, they are speaking, they are knowing, are those who have the inner peace. So this reminds us about the formula of inner peace, right? We know and then we accept the message. There is no interpreting. There is no interpretation. And we don't use the feeling layer to react to the message. And we just know, we accept it, and that's it. So that is state of the inner awareness number 3, or the third state of inner awareness. And those who have that state of inner awareness, we call them people who have the wisdom level 3. Okay. And now move to the people who have wisdom level 4. So the people who have wisdom level 4 are those who have the state of inner awareness that know things naturally, and knowing naturally what to do in a particular circumstances, in a particular circumstance, are those who can connect to the knowledge that beyond what they hear, what they see, what they speak, what they know in the past, are those who have their frequency, the vibrational frequencies that can approach their, or that can enter their civilization space. So when we talk about the 4 states of inner awareness, we know that the non-master taught wisdom comes from our total karma, come from our civilization space. So the person who have wisdom level 4 are those who have the states of inner awareness that know naturally what to do in a particular circumstance, are those who can connect to the knowledge that beyond what they hear, what they see, what they speak, and what they know in the past. So it means it's from their total karma, In the past, it means that since we use the standards, that is, since we were born until now, will be the light between this life and previous life. So if in this life we have some wisdom that somebody teach us, there is a master, or there are some masters touch or teachers, so it will be our master touch wisdom. But if nobody have taught us, about a certain thing in this life, but we naturally know it, so it's belong to the non-master taught wisdom, and it could be from our karma. So in this point, are the people who have the wisdom level 4 are those who can connect to the knowledge beyond what they hear, what they see, what they speak, and what they know in the past. Is emphasized the knowledge from the total karma. And are those who have the vibrational frequency can help them to enter the civilization space. So it means that wisdom from the civilization space. Okay, so that is the definition of the people who have wisdom level 4. All right. And the people who have wisdom level 5 are those who have states of inner awareness that um, the state of inner awareness of not being hindered by space and time, are those who have are those who have omnipresence, or are those who are omnipresent, omniscience, who has omnipresence, omniscience, and omnipotence. And are those who opens who are able to open 5 eyes: the physical eyes, the wisdom eyes, the heavenly eyes, the Dharma eyes, and the Buddha eye. Again, the people who have wisdom level 5 are those who have the state of inner awareness of not being hindered by space and time. Okay, they will not be limited by space and time, so there's no boundary in their mind. Are those who have the state of omnipresence, omniscience, omnipotence of the mind, are those who opens 5 eyes. The physical eyes are our eyes, see things. Okay, wisdom eyes, heavenly eyes, Dharma eyes, and Buddha eyes. I don't know exactly what these eyes are, but as I know, some people, when they open some eyes, which is aside from the physical eyes, so they can see the past, the present, and the futures of someone, and they even can see they see through that person. They can read that minds, that person's mind, and they know all the knowledge, wisdom of this world. There is no boundaries in their mind. And their love are infinite, spread the whole world. So that is something I know about these eyes, aside from our physical eyes. And because I don't know about that, and I also don't want to mention too much or discuss too much about this level of wisdom, because if we want to have a normal life, uh, we just need the first four wisdom is already enough to have the full and fulfilling life. So if someone are interested interested in this wisdom level 5, so you can find in somewhere, maybe in the internet or some gurus that they share about that. And for us, if we want to have the full and fulfilling life, a happy life, a value life, so the wisdom level 1, 2, 3, 4 is totally enough for us. Okay. So with the wisdom level 1, to um, we can use to build the helpful, the good, the light root concept in our mind. So that's the unhelpful, the harmful root concept can be absent, right? Because it's full of the helpful root concepts will help us have good reality. So we can actively use the wisdom level 1. By that way, we um, we actively see the beauty in people and actively show our beauty to other people, and filling our mind with the good concept. And if we applied the wisdom level 2 in our life, so we know that everything is just from us. So we actively have that state of inner awareness, state of that self-awareness, so that uh, we can have harmonious relationships in our life with our family members, friends, colleagues, fellow journeyers, and a lot of relationships in our lives. And for the wisdom level 3, we can use it if when we are free, nothing to do, uh, we can practice to stay in a moment. Just stay in a moment. Just stay in a moment. Okay? We just stay in a moment. And then our vibrational frequencies will raise, because at that time, our electromagnetic state uh, electromagnetic state of mind is in the neutral, and our vibrational frequency is super high. So we know the message, and then we accept it. So when if we are in that state frequently, of course, when we are free, if we are working, we need to use the wisdom level 1, right? If we are in conversation, we have to interact with people in a community. We have interact with the people. We need to use wisdom level 2. But when we are free, nothing to do, and we can delve into the truth, see and know that we are seeing and hear, and we know that we are hearing, and speak. We know that we are speaking, and we know that we are seeing. And if we delve into the truth of our mind, the true nature of our mind. So frequently, if we do it frequently, so when we face a problem, we are simply we simply enter that state. We simply enter that state. Uh, we are simple to enter that state, so that we can stand above the problems. We can stand above the problems and solve it simply, naturally, gently. And when we are in the state of the truth, delve into the truth, or here, wisdom level 3, frequently, so we naturally raise up to the wisdom level 4, naturally know what to do, what to say in a mm, in a particular circumstance. So if we are in the wisdom level 3, so we can be raised in the wisdom level 4 naturally, simply. And at the wisdom level 4, we naturally know what to do. We naturally know what to do, what to say in a particular situation. And so the wise man said that the wisdom level 4 is the optimal level of the wisdom level 1. Okay, it's the optimal state of the wisdom level 1. Why? Because if we know what to say, what to do naturally in a particular situation to give the good result, is it? And level 1, in the wisdom level 1, we know what's right, what's wrong, right? In the first state of inner awareness, we know what's right, what's wrong, what's good or bad, true or false, should or should not. But when we enter the wisdom level 4, or the fourth state of inner wisdom, and we know naturally what to do and what to say in a particular situation, it means that is the ultimate state of state level 1, instead of the first state of inner awareness. Okay. And there is and the wise man, the wise man um, has have shared with us a tips, a tips, so that we can simply enter the states, or the first state of inner awareness, or the wisdom level 3. So let's see, what is it? We can do that. Um, through these. Okay. Three most important question in our life. In life. Okay. Three most important questions in life. First one. Okay, let's give pink color. One. Who is the most important person in your life? Okay. Who is the most important person in your life? Who? Who is the most important person in your life? The answer is, okay, let's get another color. The opposite. The opposite one. The ones is in front of you. The ones you are interact with, you are talking with, you are spending time with. So the opposite one, the one you are facing, that is the most important person in your life. If any moment you spend time with someone, then you know that that person is the most important in your life. So what could happen? So the second question is when? 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 When is the most important moment in your life? When? And the third question, so what could you do? What could you do? Three most important questions in life. Okay, so we have the first questions is who is the most important person in your life? And the answer is the opposite. The opposite one, the ones you are facing, the ones you are talking to, the ones you are spending time with, the opposite one. When? At the moment, at the present. in the present moment. Okay, in the present moment. And what we do, care. We care for them. We care for them. If in any moment you spend time with someone, you consider them as the most important person in your life, and what you do is to care about them, to see them, to see them, okay, to see them. So it's like when you are in the stay in the present moment, and you consider that person, the persons who are facing with you is the most important person in your life, and at that time, at that time, you're like this. There is a lake. Okay, you like this. This is a lake. Okay, so you are a person here. So you can imagine like a lake. Okay, so the lake. It's not a normal lake. It's a calm lake. Okay, so your mind is like the calm lake. When you stay in a moment, when you stay in a moment, you are like a calm lake, a calm lake. Like you see, you are in a lake, a calm lake. So whatever rising, just a little movement, okay, just a little vibration. You can sense it. You can sense it. Do you see the calm lake? The calm lake? Any just the wind, and just a little wind, just breeze by, and then the lake, the surface of the lake can have the little waves, right? Waves. So it means that if that is the calm lake, anything change, just a little bit, a little movement, a little vibrations, so we can see it. And we can see deep down at the bottom of the lake. If that is the calm lake, because the water is so clean and clear. And when we stay at a moment, we are like our mind is like a calm lake. So that if we consider the opposite person is the most important person in our life, so we can sense their mind. Okay, we can sense. We know what we should say, what we should do naturally. to that person. And when we do that, we have or we have the ability to sense or to read people's minds or sense their feelings, the emotion, what they need. And all we need to do that's we care for them. So because we naturally know what's good, what is good to do for them, what's good to tell them. And we have the great judgment ability. We have great judgment ability. Judgment is not good or bad. Judgment is like we can sense that person because we are like a calm lake. So we can sense any vibration, any movement. So if the mind have so many, these so strong vibrations, we can sense it simply. So that's why we have the great sense of judgment. And if we spend time with anyone and we always use these three questions to ask ourselves, and of course the opposite, our partners will feel that they are the important persons in our life because we consider them as the most important persons in our life. So they can feel it. They can feel it and they feel our care, our love, our love. Have you ever show your love to someone but they don't sense it or they don't feel it? Yeah. So when we want to give something to someone but that person don't want to receive it, it could cause sorrow or suffering, right? So if we want to give someone and the giver give and the receiver receive, is creates happiness. But the giver want to give and the receiver doesn't want to receive, it causes suffering. So a person has the mind like a calmly. They know what to do. They know what to say to care for the persons in front of them, the persons who is opposite them. So anyone who interacts with them, with that person, they all have the same feeling that they are the most important persons uh, in our in that person's life. So everybody is happy because everybody thinks that if we do that, if we can do that, so everybody who interact with us, who spend time with us, all of them know that they are the most important people in our lives. So everybody's happy because they feel our love, our care. So these three most important questions in life are very powerful and wisdom to use. Okay, so when to use this usually or more frequently, we are we can enter the third state of inner awareness, the true nature of our minds, simply. And the more we enter that state simply, so the more chance possibilities that we increase our state of inner awareness up to level 4. Naturally know what to say, naturally know what to do in a particular situation. So that when we face any problem, issues in our life, we can stand above. We can stand above them. So I hope these tips are useful and beneficial to everyone. Okay. Do you have anyone has any concerns, a doubt, or want me to clarify anything, or want to share your stories, your realities, please just raise your hand and or share it in the chat box or comments so that I can see it. Okay. Okay. If none, move to the next part. Interesting, right? It's so beautiful that we can use these levels of wisdom. Before, I think wisdom is something it's hard to have. It's hard to achieve. Should be become a guru or a super wise person to have it. So until I met this knowledge and my master have put it in the simple words, simple concepts so that everybody can understand and can apply it to our lives. So I'm so grateful for all the knowledge that I have been learning and apply it to my life and are able to share with all of you. Okay, thank you so much for your presence. Okay, now we move to the next part. So uh, we were interpreting or clarified, okay, or explained and explaining the information of wisdom. So now we know what is the state of in awareness and the wisdom, right? And now we move to the next angle, which is energy of wisdom. And for the energy of wisdom, we have 3 energies. That is inner peace, inner peace, Second one is acceptance. No, embrace. Embrace. And appreciative. Gratitude. Okay. These are three energy of wisdom. Inner peace, embrace, appreciative, gratitude. Inner peace, you know already, right? You know already. And we will cover the embrace and appreciative gratitude. We will go with the appreciative gratitude first. To get to know what is appreciative gratitude. Okay. Appreciative gratitude. Appreciation and gratitude. We appreciate the gratitude. It's not just gratitude alone. Okay. Okay. So before we get to know what is appreciative gratitude, I allow me to share, to tell you a story. And through the story, we'll see. Before I tell that story, I have questions for you. That do you think uh okay, what do you think? Do you think the nature of human is ungratefulness, is or gratitude, or appreciative gratitude? Okay, I repeat. Do you think the nature of human is ungratefulness or appreciative gratitude? Okay, so just keep that answer for yourself first, and then after I tell you the story, we will discuss. Okay. So there is a story about a young man. He He's very kind. He's very kind. And one day he goes to the market and he sees an old man, an old beggar he's begging in the street. And because he's a kind man, so he want to help him. And he approached him and said that old beggar and said, uh, don't do that anymore. Don't go beg for money anymore. You can come to my house every day. I will give you 2 coins, and it's enough for you to live a life, your daily life. And that old beggar is so grateful and say thank you so much for your kindness. And since then, every day he comes to the young man to get 2 coins. And day by day, week by weeks, years by years, after 3 years, every day the old man comes to the young man's house to get 2 coins. And one day, as usual, the old man comes to the young man's house to get money. And this time, the young man, just gives him 1 coin and said, and he shyly smiled and said to the old man that he's going to get married, so he needs to save money. So since that day, he just gave him 1 coin. After listen to the reason of the young man just to give him 1 coin, the old man get the old man gets angry, and he slapped uh, on the face of that young man and use his hand to point uh, his fingers to point to the young man that is your wife has stolen 1 coin from me. Is your wife has stolen 1 coin from me. And then he left angrily. So after hearing this story, after listening to this story, so what is your answer for my questions from beginning? Okay. Is the human's nature's ungratefulness or appreciative gratitude? Appreciative gratitude, right? Because in beginning, when the young man approached the old beggar and suggest a very nice, a very kind idea that come to my house and I will give you two coins to live your life. And the old beggar was so happy and grateful for his kindness, for the young man's kindness. So that is the expressions of appreciative gratitude, right? Do you agree with me? But then why what what made him have that reaction? response to the young man when the young man just gave him one coin. What happened? What has happened that's changed his attitude from appreciative gratitude to ungrateful man? Ungrateful man. So we have these words. Because he take it for granted. Take it for granted. He has taken it for granted. He has taken the kindness of the young man for granted. Anything is obvious. It's obvious he has to give me 2 coins every day. Because day by day, year by year, has built the attitude to take everything for granted of that old man. So because take it for granted, when you take something for granted, there is no appreciative gratitude anymore. Do you agree with me? And we see these ones a lot. If you spend time to observe things and relationships around us, we can see that. Take something for granted, especially in a family relationship, especially in a family relationships. We think that they are our parents, so they should be good to us. They should do things that good for us. They should take care of us all the time. They should take care of us all the time. If they don't, it means that they don't love us. They don't love us. So because we take it for granted, we think that they are our parents. That's their duty and responsibility to love us, to take care of us. And when they don't or they miss their duty just a little bit, we are ungrateful about that. We forget all the good things that they have done for us before. So that is how it's very dangerous to take something for granted. So to keep or nurture our appreciative gratitudes, we need to remove or we need to discard this attitude. Take it for granted or take something for granted. Because when we take something for granted, appreciated gratitude disappear, and what appear? Resentment. Resentment. Forgot how to write this. Resentment. Okay. Right. Resentment. Appear. when there is the symptom, the signs of taking things for granted, our appreciative gratitude disappear, and resentment reviews. So if you want to keep our appreciative gratitude in us all the times, we need to remove discard this attitude. Need to remove the attitude of taking things for granted, and then resentments will disappear. Resentments will disappear. And how can we do that? There is a definition of gratitude, appreciative gratitude. Check out. So there's a definition of a great appreciative gratitude. So appreciative gratitude is a deeply grateful state, a deeply grateful state in front of an object, a thing, an event, or people. Is a state that taking something for granted does not exist. It's a state when we recognize the reason of presence and the important reasons of the presence of people in our life, and the usage of all things. And deeply grateful states, okay, we have the words. Deeply grateful state. Grateful. Deeply grateful state. Okay. So appreciative gratitude is a deeply grateful state in front of an object, a thing, an event, or people. Is a state in which taking something for granted does not exist. Is a state when we recognize okay, or we acknowledge the present reason, okay, the reasons of the presence of people, or we acknowledge, we recognize the reasons that people's the reasons of people's presence in our life, and the functions or usage of all things. So the key point, that's if we can keep the deeply grateful state, we can keep the deeply grateful state. Or it means that being touched or being moved in front of an object, a thing, an event, a people. If we can nourish, or nurture this state, grateful state, we can keep our appreciative gratitudes. And when we have appreciative gratitudes, so this attitude, state of taking something for granted, will be disappear, and there's no resentment. And how 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 can we how how can we nourish or nurture our deeply grateful state in front of an object, a thing, an event, or people? How? So there is some helpful root concepts we need to know to nurture this state. Okay. Okay. To know how to nurture our state, we need to know these below root concepts. Apologies. That please allow me to go to the bathroom for a few minutes, and I will come back in just a few minutes. And thank you, everyone. So our okay, deeply grateful or deep grateful. I think we can use it. Grateful state. Um, to foster these states, we need to understand about these three concepts. First one is total karma. Total karma. Okay. Why total karma? Okay, when we have a chance, when we have a chance to help someone, we know that that is our blessing to help someone. Because when we help someone, it means that we accumulate more blessing or merit, right? So the second root concept we need to know, that's blessing and okay, blessing and merit. Okay, blessing and merit. So when we have a chance to help someone, we need to be aware that when we have chance to help someone, we are accumulating more blessing and merits in our karma. Okay, and those people who receive the help from other people, because that's their good karma, because that is their blessing. So if we are not the ones who help them, there will be someone help them. So if not us, there will be someone help them. So we appreciate the chance that they give us to help them, to support them, so that we can accumulate blessing and merit into our life. And we understand the total karma told us that if they receive the help and support from someone, because it's a time for them to receive that. And it's a time of moment or the stage that they have transformation. If not us, there will be someone will help them to have that transformation or that change. We need to be very careful at this point, or else we can be attached to the fame natures and to hardness natures. Arrogant can be mm, can be we can have the arrogance, and arrogance is one of the factors that make people lose their blessing very fast. Okay, there are some factors or elements that affects our blessing. We accumulate blessing in merits, and aside from using our blessing and merits by having a convenient life, there's also some factors that affect our blessing, make we lose our blessings faster, such as arrogance. So those who are arrogant will cause some suffering to someone, right? And when we cause suffering to someone, we we get we get the we get evil particles, or we get evil seeds, or we get the negative seeds, negative particles in in our human nature parts, human nature's layer. So arrogance is one of the factors that make people lose their blessing fast. Okay, so if we have this root concepts in mind, we can protect our blessing and merits. Okay. There is a story about a millionaire, a dollar millionaire. And he want to, because he's so rich, and he want to donate money to the society, to the communities, and he he brings a lot of money to a judge, and he asked the father, "Father, can you help me to donate this amount of money?" And the father said, "Okay, I will help you." And then he left. But on the way out to his car, he just wondered one thing, and then he come back and he asked the father, "Father, can I ask you one question?" The father said, "Yes, sure." And he asked him, I brought a lot of money here to donate, but why don't you say thank you to me? Oh, why didn't you say thank you to me?" And the father smiled gently and said, "You brought money here, and I have to think how to make use of your monies meaningfully, purposefully, how to use your monies, how to you. I think the best way to use your money to print the best for you and the best for others. So it should be you, the ones who say thank you." And then that man, that million, millionaire realized the lesson, and he smiled and he said thank you to the father, and he left. So through that story, do you get uh, do you get the point here? When we have the chance to help someone, we should say thank you, or we should be grateful for that chance, because it helps us to collect or accumulate more blessing and merit to our life. And blessing will help our living qualities higher, increase our living qualities, and merit can help us to open our wisdom. So we should say thank you when we should appreciate the chance to help other people. But when we receive the support, help from other people, we should not keep this mindset. We have this one. Achievements by people. Achievements by people. Achievement by people. What does it mean? What does it mean? So so in our life, for example, just let's say this live webinar. How can I do it without a camera? And this camera has I don't know how many people involved to make one camera like this. And the laptop, my laptops in front of me is there. There are two laptops. So one and yeah, both HP. So it's from America, American company. So without these laptops, how can I make this live webinar and a lot of things, water, food, and this marker. I, as far as I know, that this marker is the best marker to write on the paper like this. And there's some foods and electricity and a lot of resources comes together to help me have this live webinar. So if my achievements or my accomplishments or anything that I have in life is not from other people, so I don't know how can I make that? How can I do that? But I'm the one who receive what? The credit, who get the credit for all of these things. But with this, I cannot do it without the support, the help from many people. We can say that 1,000 people or million people involved. We don't know. If we want to have a bowl of rice in the past, in the like prehistory, okay, prehistory, okay, prehistory state, and when we have to plant rice, and then we like self demand and self um, provide. We have to plant rice, and so every year we have only one or two seasons. So to have one bowl of rice, we need to wait at least 6 months. And then and and it's just rice and all the foods like meat, vegetables, and a lot of things to create to comprise to have one bowl of rice for us. There's a lot of words from a lot of people inside. And if I do it by myself, I wait at least 6 months to have one bowl of rice like that. Can it work? Uh, for example, there are some there's support from the leader, from my managers, from my colleagues, and from the working environment, from all the resource that I can access to support to perform my work well. So if it's only me, how can I do that? How can I do that? But I'm the one who get credit. I'm the one who get credits for all of these things. But actually, it's all from people, those who support me. So if I don't if I'm not grateful for that, what should I do? If I'm not grateful for that, what should I do? Well, I'm the one who get the credit, who receive the credit of all the accomplishments and achievements um, that I have. So, you know, people call it but behind the scenes. There are a lot of people behind the scene. There are a lot of people behind the scenes to make me become uh, matured or become better, become a better person every day. There are a lot of words of a lot of people behind the scene. So, so our achievements by people or from people, mm, from people or by people. And if we have this, if we have this root concept, we can keep, we can nourish, we can nurture our deep, grateful state in our mind, in our mind. And then our appreciative gratitude is always there with us. And we also have one conception, or I call it a motto, personal motto. We can use it to help us always keeps the deep grateful state in our mind, which is what what people do for us. Um, Again, people should not do anything for us, but we should do something for them. Hmm. People should not do anything for us. People should not do anything for us, but what we do for them is a must. People should not do anything for us, but what we do for them is a must. When we keep that motto or that ideas in mind, we can simply keep the deep grateful state in our mind, and then we can have the appreciative gratitude in our mind. Simply. Okay. So okay. Repeat state. And when we have chance to help someone, we know that it's our pleasant to help them, and what is their blessing to their karma, to the good karma to receive the help from someone. If it's not me, if it's not us, there will be someone to help them. So when we can keep that these good concepts in our minds, we can keep the deep grateful states in our mind, and there won't be the attitude of taking something for granted, and there won't be a resentment. And why do we need to keep appreciative gratitude in our minds? Why do we need to keep that energy? Because appreciative gratitude energy can help them to increase or multiplies what we have. In I think it's in Catholic, they have this uh, statement. I just translate according to my my words, and but I hope that you get the idea. They said that if you don't have, you'll be taken. If you have, you'll be give more. You will, yeah, you'll be given more. If you don't have, you'll be taken. If you have, you will be given more. Uh, so what is the blank? What do you have and what you don't have? What the missing word is gratitude. And here we use appreciative gratitude. If you don't have appreciative gratitude, you will be taken. You will be taken whatever you have. If you have but you don't grateful, if you don't appreciate for what you have, you are not grateful for what you have, you'll be taken. It will be taken from you. But if you have gratitude, appreciation, gratitude, you will be given more. It means that you will have more of them. If you see that some people, they love stamps and they collect them, they have the collections of stamps. It means that they appreciate, they are grateful when they have stamps in their collections. So because they love them, so that's why they can collect more and more stamps in their collections. Or those who treasure the ancient vase, for example, ancient vase or any objects, because they appreciate its existence, its presence, and they are grateful for having them. So they have more and more. If anyone know there's any place have those things, and if their relationship is quite good, and they will naturally buy or get that objects or things or items to the persons who love that one. So when we appreciate or are grateful for whatever we have, we will have more. We'll be given more of that. But if we don't have appreciation, gratitude, it will be taken from us. It will be taken from us. So the energies of appreciative gratitude help us to um, multiplies or increase what we have. And it's not only that. It's not only that. The appreciative gratitude is the energies of it is the positive energy. It's the positive energy. So um, it's and what does it mean with the positive energy? It means that the in is contain the positive particles, the blessing, right? The blessing. So the appreciative gratitude can help us to protect our blessing. When we receive something, when we, in this life, we have a good life means that we are using our blessing. And when we receive it with the appreciative gratitude, it means that we accept, we receive that things, and then we sow another seed in our subconsciousness gardens a good seed, a new good seed, so that it will become, if it's grow, and it will bear good fruit for us. And if we have something and we don't appreciate that, it will be taken, like we said earlier, right? And if we have a relationship and we don't appreciate that, we're not grateful for that relationship, it will be taken. And of course, there are many relationships that first was very nice, and then because the each one in that relationships lose their appreciative gratitude, so they lose that relationship. So those who, if the person who have it don't appreciate that, so another person who appreciate it will have it. So be careful with what you have, but you don't appreciate. Okay, because the other persons who appreciate it more will have it. And the energy of gratitude can last the things, the spans of the thing we have longer. And like whatever I use, I want to make it last as long as it could be. So I protect it in my own way, and I take care of it. When I use it very carefully so that it can last longer. So when we have the gratitude for whatever we have, whatever we possess, it can last longer with us. It can go longer with us. And we can apply it in a relationship. If we are grateful for the relationship that we have, so we can last that nice or good or harmonious relationships longer, and even until the rest of our life, the end of our life. So those are benefits of appreciative gratitude. So that's why we need to keep that energies inside, because there are a lot of benefits that we gain from it, and that is the energies of wisdom. Now, one of the energy of wisdom. Okay, so we have covered the second energy of wisdom, which is appreciative gratitude. Next one, embrace, right? Next one is embrace. Embrace. Okay. Embrace. Okay. So before we talk about the embrace energy, we need to know these three the three concepts: forgiveness, forgiveness, the second is forbearance, that one is tolerance, so we need to know these three concepts before we talk about embrace. So I will borrow this. Okay. Okay. This eraser. Borrow this eraser. Let's see. This eraser is 100% for 10 parts of um, people's faults, okay, which is people's faults or mistakes when we divide in 10 parts. Okay, 10 parts. And this whole erasers is like 10 parts of humans' faults. And the ones who is forgive, the ones who forgive for other people, they see within that 10 parts of humans' faults, uh, they there is about 7 to 8 parts. They accept 7 to 8 parts. It means that they reduce the people's fault down to 7 to 8, and they just get 7 to 8 parts of humans or of people's fault in themselves. So from 10, they decrease people's fault to 7 and 8 or 7 to 8. So when they do that, they will tell their partner that I forgive you. I forgive you. But but that people's fault still in themselves, right? About 7 to 8. About 7 to 8. 7 to 8. And if that person, and over time, if the other persons don't make any mistake or cause any problems, and they will reduce person's mistake or that person 5, 6 parts only. But if that person repeat the mistake again, and again, so they said, I cannot forgive you anymore. It slows the emotion. Cannot forgive you anymore. And those who forbear, people who have forbearance nature, they see it here, they see it, the fault of other people 10 parts, and they get but it just get into their mind around 5 to 6 parts. They reduce other people's fault down to 5 to 6 parts, and over time, only only left 3 to 4 parts. And those who are tolerant to other people, they see other people's mistakes or fault 10 parts, and they just but they reduce it down to 3, 4 parts, and leave it in their mind, just 3 to 4 parts. Over time, they reduce other people's mistake or faults down to 1 to 2 parts only. 1 to 2 parts only. And even no more. Zero humans' faults or zeros other people's faults or mistake. But those who embrace other people, they see 10 parts of people's faults, but but they don't put it in their mind any part of people's vote. Okay, now we get to know what is embrace. So you get you get the first idea about embrace that 10 parts of people's vote, but they just um, they just put in their mind zero. Uh, Forgiveness puts uh, those who forgive for people, they put 7 to 8 parts in their mind, and then over time it's left 5 to 6 parts of people's vote. And those compared to other people, they see 10, 10 parts of people's vote, but over time, but they just put around 5 to 6 parts of people's vote in their mind. Over time, it reduced down to 3 to 4 parts. And those who are tolerant to people, they reduce people's vote down to 3 to 4, and over time, just left 1 or 2 parts of people's vote. But embrace, this is 10 parts of people's votes, but they they don't put in their mind anything. They put nothing in their mind about the people's votes. Okay. Okay. So um, you go deeper, analyze the embrace energy. Embrace, embrace. So we also have information of embrace. We have energy of embrace, and we have physical expression of appearance of embrace. So we have a definition of embrace according to UNESCO. They use the word tolerance, but I want to use the word embrace. So they have definition of tolerance, and then it will change. Okay, so tolerance is respect, acceptance, and appreciation of the rich diversity of our words, cultures, our forms of expression, and ways of being human. Again, tolerance is respect, appreciation of the rich diversity of our words, custom, and habits, life concepts, beliefs, and religions, race, and our forms of expression. Is to accept others to do things that they do not agree in a certain limit to orient them voluntarily towards the good. So tolerance is respect, appreciations of the rich diversity of our words, cultures, our forms of expressions, our cultures, of our words, custom, and habits, life concepts, beliefs, and religions, races, and our forms of expression. Is to accept others to do things that we do not agree in a certain limit to them orient them voluntarily towards the good. So we have three keywords here. Keywords: respect, okay, appreciate, accept, accept. So the physical appearance of embrace energies is to respect, appreciate, and accept, and accept. Okay. And we have the second definition of, but we use the word embrace. Okay, we use the word embrace. So embrace is respect, appreciation of the rich diversity of our words, custom and habits, life concepts, beliefs and religions, races and our forms of expression, is to accept others to do things that we do not agree in a certain limit, to orient them voluntarily towards the good. That is the definition of tolerance, but we use the word embrace here, according to UNESCO. Okay, and then we have another definition of embrace. So according to human structure, embrace is the state of mind that doesn't attach to anything that happened in our mind because of the external world, due to the external world. So according to human structure, tolerance, embrace is the state of mind that doesn't attach to anything happened in mind, caused by the external world. So it means that we, in the information of embrace, that we know attachment or detachment. And embrace is the state of mind which is a state of mind in which desire and perspectives stopped. Desire. So our desire and perspective desires and perspectives are stopped. Desired. Okay. Because there is no attachment. We detach from a particular situation. So that's why our desires and perspectives about something, about that person, about that event, about that situations are stopped. So that we can respect, we can appreciate differences, the rich diversities of all things, of habits, of belief, of life concepts, of races, of a lot of things, and we accept those things. So that is the definition of embrace. And there is a story of these energies, and I wanna tell in this in these sessions. And I hope that please give me a second and go to open the door. Okay, that is the story about a, a girl. She one day she got a strange disease, and she went to a lot of hospitals and checked, but there is no answer about her disease, and nobody knows about her disease. But her body is weak and weak day by day, weaker and weaker day by day. And one day, uh, her friends told her that these are there's a wise man. You can come to check. You can come to check if he has any idea about your health condition. And it was like a straw for her to hold on. Then she went to that wise man's house and asked him about her health condition. And he said that she shared about her uh, conditions, and also there is a weird dream that she had every night, that she saw herself uh, stands in front of her a room, and inside that room she thought there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people inside because the screams of a lot of sound, different sounds, screamings, just and she hear that those sounds, and seem like people are inside, so they are suffer a lot, and um, they are not happy, and every night she have the same dream, like she just described to the wise man. And after listening to her stories, he went to get he went to his cabinet and get a small gold key, a gold key. It's made from gold, gold keys, and he get a string and he put in the keys, and then ask her um to wear it on her neck, and if and ask her and give her an advice that when you have that dream again, please right away use the key to unlock the door and let everybody out. so that you can have a chance to recover from this disease. And it was like a hope, a great hope for her to recover from this weird, strange disease. And she thank you him, and at that night, she definitely had the same dream again. And she remembered the advice from that wise man, and she used the key which she wears on her neck and tried to unlock the door. But before unlocking the door, she looked according to the days, you know, days alive uh, at the door, so that she can see through the door to see uh, what is inside or who's are inside. And when she saw through that, you know, hollow, and she noticed that she remember those people are those who um, make her suffer a lot in her life. Someone's yelled at her, someone criticized her, someone's make a very bad remarks or comments about her life. So she, and there's a dark, she remember very clearly when she was young, when she was very young, that dark also followed and tried and always worked on her and sometimes tried to um, fight her. So there are a lot of all of those people. All those people are those who make her life suffer a lot. So she, at that time, she thought, why would I have to open this door and release them? No, I don't want that. So she withdraw the key and then she just left smilingly, left with a smile on her face. And since then, she never had that dream anymore. But her disease is was getting weaker and weaker and worse until one day she felt like she's in between life and death, in the life and death situation, and she cannot hold it anymore. She went to see the wise man and told her all the what she has experienced about the story in her dream, and then the wise man gave her a warning that if you have another chance to have that dream again right away, unlock the door and let everybody inside that room out before the rooms collapse, or else it will, you won't have this life anymore. And she was so scared when she heard that, and she said, yes, I will do, I will do. And luckily for her, that night she have still the same dream, and she right away she unlocked the door and let everybody out. And then, but there's still one person in the corner of that room. The room is just shaking, um, gradually stronger and stronger, but that girl is still in the corner, and she tried to scream, ask her, ask that girl, young girl, to come out before the room is collapsed. And after a while, that girl seems aware of what is happening, and She stand up gradually, slowly, and she walked out slowly. And when she just walked out of the room, it's collapsed. So lucky, right? And it was a shock to this girl when she saw that that young girl has the same face with her, and then she woke up. So since then, her health is getting better and better and better until she recover completely. But she still have questions about that event in her mind. Why there was a girl looked like her in that room, and she went to ask the wise man, and he smiled and answered her that because your disease is the mental problem. So that's why it's not a physical, it's not a social problems. So that's why people cannot in the hospital they cannot give you diagnose um any symptoms or any give you any answers that can help you recover from that disease. Um, and what caused you that mental problem for you? Because during your life you suffered something, and then you have all those anger, resentment, sorrow, grief, hatred, and you put it in your mind. You you put those negative emotions in your mind, and even the faults of yourself, your mistake, you also put it in your mind. You don't tolerate yourself, embrace your fault. So that's why your faults also inside that room. When you open the door, let everybody out, that is the time you release all of those negative feeling and emotion in your mind. So that's why you can recover from that disease because that is mental health problem only. And through that story, I have a lesson. And the lesson also from my teachers. He said that embrace, embrace is the simplest way to save our life. Embrace for people's mistake, for people's fault is the simplest way to protect or to save our future. And the person who needs our embrace most is ourselves, is ourselves. Again, embrace for other people is the simplest way to save our future. And the person who needs our embrace most is ourselves. Ourselves. So when we have this energy, if we have these energies, our life will be lighter, more gentle, simpler, because we don't contain those negative feelings and emotions about other people in our mind anymore. We don't store them in our mind anymore. So we are light, we are free from those things, from those negative emotion and feeling. So that's why there's no attachment here. With those who embrace other people, there's no attachments and desires and perspectives about other people stops. That's why they can respect, appreciate, and accept the difference between people, between other and ourselves. That is the energy of wisdom. So I hope that you have something to take away here. And that is for two. Okay, so we have gone through 3 and 3 of wisdom, inner peace, embrace appreciative gratitude. Yeah. And what is the physical appearance of wisdom? Say simple, joyful, trusting, and gentle. So uh, those who have wisdom, we will see these appearance, these attributes in their lives. They look simple, they look joyful, trusting, and gentle. They have simple, joyful, trusting, and gentle life. That is the physical appearance of a person who has wisdom. So we just what we have been doing, what we have done, materialize the first slide, wisdom, which is materialize wisdom. So when we have the information wisdom, we have the energies wisdom, we know the physical appearance of wisdom, we can possess wisdom. We can possess wisdom. If it's become our awareness, it will become our reality. It will become our reality. Okay. All right. So let me so we have turned on the first light. The first light in our life, which is wisdom. And we know the good causes arise from our helpful root concepts, blessing and merits, and mental images. If you want to achieve something, just focus on these 3, okay? Accumulate or collect more helpful root concepts about that, about what you desire, about and accumulate more blessing and merits in the area that you want to achieve, and create or build beautiful or good mental images about what you want to achieve. Then you are creating a good courses, a good course or good courses for what you will gain or what you will attend in your future. And we have done with the first slide, wisdom. When we have wisdoms, we can, that light can lead can lead us to go to the place that we want to land on. So I hope that these journeys have given you the answers that you want to find here in this journey of raising yourself inner awareness, or the journey of understanding three referencing systems to create a desired life. Just remember one more thing. Clear images, you have the result. Clear images, you have the result. Images change, the result change. When you have the same frequency with what you want to have, you own it. Or same frequency with the person you want to become, you become. And when you have the awareness, you have that inner awareness, you have that reality. And when you have that root concept, the helpful root concept means that you have that inner awareness, you have that reality. So just combine these three will make you achieve whatever you want simply and quickly. So I hope that through this journey you have got something for you. Put it in your pocket. Get something under your belt. And that could be a very good preparation for your path. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for your presence, for your support, for your contribution to this journey, for this live webinar. And I'm so grateful for the knowledge that I know, that I have learned to, so that I can share to all of you, can create more value, add more value to my communities, to this society. And I'm so grateful for everything that my master, my teachers have done for me, has taught me. This all of their dedications, contributions to my growth is lasts forever. So I'm so grateful for everything, everyone who contributes to my work, to my performance, to my achievements. Thank you so much for your presence. So if no one's want to say something or share your opinions, or your make any comment or remarks, I guess I will end this journey here. And I hope that we will see each other soon in the future, and with in this journey to understand ourselves through three referencing systems so that we can create a desired life. Thank you so much, everyone. So I will allow me to stop sharing the screen, and bye everyone in the live stream, on the live stream. I would and bye everyone who's might watch these videos again. I will stop live stream and recording.